Hello friends, welcome to my channel Go Digit. Today in this video we will continue our learning against the concept setting up app key vaults for Business Central on-premise. So last week I have created the part 1 of this concept where we have learned about how to create a key vault in the Azure portal, how to register the app in the Azure portal, how to create the self-signed certificate and upload it in the app registration in the Azure portal. So we have covered all these things in the last part of the video. If you have not seen that, then I request you to please go and have a look on the part 1. Then you will be able to continue with the today's video, which is the part 2. Right, so if you can see here, this is the first portion, app registration. Here I have registered my app with respect to the key vault, and I have basically if I show you the certificate section here, I have uploaded my certificate. Right now, apart from this, I have created the key vault as well, and my key vault is now active, which contains basically 2 secrets. And you can see here that this is the first secret and this is the second secret. Right now in today's video we will try to access these secrets through Business Central, through AL, and try to read the secret which is stored in these 2 secrets. Right, so let's see the further part now, because if I show you up, this is basically the I go to my C drive, search folder, and here this is my certificate. Right, so this is the certificate which we have created, and basically when you have created this, it will automatically get stored into memory management console. Like if I show you up, run mmc.exe, here if you add the certificate section, specifically the computer account, go to next, local computer, finish, click on OK. Now check the personal folder. Inside the personal folder you can see that multiple certificates are get stored, because I was testing some other things as well. But the thing is, as soon as when you create the certificate, which I showed you in the part 1, and when you run that PowerShell script, it will automatically not only create the certificate and store it in your local drive, but also store into this place also, local computer, personal my folder, certificate. Right, so here the first thing is, after the certificate is available here, you can first make sure that your certificate after it gets generated is available here. In case it is not available, then also no need to worry, you just have to double click it and click on install certificate, and then you can select your local machine, click on next. Right, and then you can basically select the certificate store from here. It will also place your certificate into this portion only, which I am showing you. Right, so now let's say after your certificate is available here, you just have to select your certificate, your particular certificate, click on all task and go to the manage private keys. Okay, so here right now you can see that network service is showing up for me. In case it is not available, then you have to add it. Now why we have to add this, let's understand this thing. You just have to open services section here and check your Business Central on-prem service. So here this is my Business Central on-prem service, and if I show you up, it is currently running with the network service account. So we have to identify that my business central service is running against which account, and whatever type of account your business central service is running on, you just have to add this service into this particular area portion. Okay, so for to do that, in case this network service is not available, you have to click on add, search here network service, click on check names. It will show you the network service here. Click on OK and then click on OK. It will add the required group here, and then you have to select this and make sure that the full control allow checkbox is ticked. Once this is done, just click on OK, and that's it, where you have added your service account with respect to your certificate. So this is the first thing which we have to do. After this, you can close this up. No need to save it at the moment. Then click on OK. Let me close this up. Then you have to open the Business Central Administration shell. Okay, so because if you are working on this basically Business Central on-prem, you will get this, and here we have to run certain PowerShell or certain Business Central administration commands. So what are those commands? Let's see that. In this PowerShell, I have added all these commands in a sequence which we have to run one by one. Basically, these commands are nothing but we have to uh, configure, or we have to set up the administration fields like Azure Key Vault Client Certification Store Location, Azure Key Vault Client Certification Store Name, Azure Key Vault Client Certificate Thumbprint, Azure Key Vault Client ID, Azure Key Vault App Secret Publisher Validation Enable, right? So these all are the fields available in the Business Central administration, and we just have to set up it with respect to the values. So if you read this first command, what we are doing here, we have written Set-NAVServerConfiguration, which means I want to setting up my nav server configuration, and against which service, which is a server instance BC240. This is the server instance name. Then which field I want to update? For that I need to pass the parameter called key name, and then you have to type the name of your field which you want to update, right? And then the key value, which means it is a parameter which will update with the value inside this particular key name field, right? So Azure Key Vault Client Certificate Store Location means that where exactly your certificate is stored. So it is stored in my local machine, which I showed you up in the MMC, right? Then you have to run this. You can copy this command and basically paste it up here and then run it, right? So afterwards, like I'll show you up in case how it will look. Okay, you just have to paste it and press enter. Okay, I have not opened this as an administrator, so I'm getting this error. You just have to open it as an administrator and this error will not come, and it will just do the things. Okay, I'm not doing it because I have already done it, right? So you just have to run this command first. Then the second command is Azure Key Vault Client Certificate Store Name. Store name is my, because I have stored my basically certificate inside the personal folder, so it is signified with the name called my. Okay, so that's why I have provided here my. Now the thumbprint. The thumbprint is something which you can get from your certificate as well, in case you don't know. So you just have to open it, go to the details, and here if you come down, here you will see the thumbprint. So you just have to copy it and pass it here. Okay, so this is my thumbprint. Then you have to run this command. Then Azure Key Vault Client ID. Okay, here you have to pass the application ID of your app registered in the Azure portal. So if I go to the Azure portal, home, go inside the app registration, open the registered app, and from here you can copy this application ID. Copy this application ID and update it here. So it will link your Business Central on-premise service account with respect to the registered app inside the Azure portal, right? So this is how you will get this value. Then this is the last parameter which we have to update is Azure Key Vault App Secret Publisher Validation Enabled. Okay, as the name suggests, publisher validation enabled. So who exactly the publisher is? Publisher is something who publish the extensions on the Business Central, who owns the app, who develops the app, right? So validation enabled means that if we set this up, this means that while publishing the app also, and while you are trying to get the secret, okay, it will check that whichever app is running, which is trying to read the secret, if it belongs to the same publisher against which the certificate was published in the Azure, right? So it is like a validation. So right now I have set this up as false. It takes only two values, one is true and one is false. If you set this up as true, and then you have to publish your extension with respect to that particular information, otherwise you will get error. I'll show you up that what exactly we need to pass in the command of publish-nav app while publishing the app to the Business Central. Then only it will be allowed to read the secrets. Right now I have set it up as false because I'm just publishing a dev extension via VS Code and I'm not using the PowerShell command to publish the app. Okay, then after you run all these commands, you just have to restart it, the service, and that's it. Okay, so this is how you will have to do it. Don't worry about these commands. I will share it up in the description section that what commands you have to run one by one. Also, it is mentioned here in this article also, which I shared in the part 1. They have shared basically all these commands, but obviously you have to use your own values. Right now they have not provided the values. Okay, so afterwards when you are done with this, now the next thing is to read the key vaults from the Business Central itself. Okay, so for this if I open the VS Code, okay, so I have already created one sample page in which we can start writing our code. But okay, so when you create your extension, first thing first is that you have to go to the app.json and add this parameter called key vault URL in the app.json, and this particular value which you will get from your basically key vault section. So if I go to the home, go to the key vault, select your key vault, and from the overview section you will get this vault URL. So you just have to copy this URL and pass it up here in the key vault URL section, right? So now I am informing my extension, I'm telling my extension that you have to in order to read the key vaults, you have to use this URL, right? Now let's write the code. So this is my sample blank page and I'm creating one action button. Okay, so there is a code unit from the system application called app key vault secret provider. So you have to create the variable of this, and then one text variable which is a secret text, which is which is stored basically in the uh, key vault section. Okay, then there is a simple code which we have to write is if secret dot try initialize from current app. Now you see this function we have to use, and basically what it is doing identifies the calling app and initializes the code unit with the app key vaults. So basically it try to check my app. This is the app. It will check whether it is authorized to read the respective key vault which is added in the app.json, right? Right now validation will pass because I have set the publisher validation enable parameter as false, right? Otherwise it will give you the error in case you pass it as true, because then you have to publish your extension with respect to that particular publish hyphen nav app and that parameter, which I will show you up. Okay, then basically there is a function in this code unit, because after this function pass the true value, my code unit gets initialized with the key vault, right? Then I can use this function called get secret, because this code unit have only two functions, right? It initializes and then it gets the secret. So now it takes the two parameters. First is the secret name and then is the secret value. Now I know that my secret, and I have stored two secrets. First is the with the name first secret, and second one is with the second secret. So I'll do one thing. I'll pass the name of my first secret, which is the with the name first secret only, and then to store the secret value I have to pass this text variable. Okay, so if this function works, if this function managed to get the secret, to read the secret from this particular secret in the key vault, it will store the value here, and then I can use it up like secret text, right? Or I can do one thing, in case it not managed to not manage to read secret, right? Then we can use end else message get last error text, right? In case the initialize did not happen. So as you can see that basically we have to use basically this code unit takes only two functions, initialize and secret. Okay, so now let me add one more action button to read the second secret. I think let me copy this. One action. And create one more action with action name as 1, caption will be second secret, and here I can change the secret name with the name of my secret second secret, right? So this I am all getting because this is the name of my secrets which I have created here, right? First secret, second secret. So now once this code is done, let's build this extension. Okay, I'm getting one error. Let's see where that error is. Control Shift P. Okay, now let's publish this extension. So meanwhile it is publishing, let me show you up the article and let's see about okay, it's published. So let's first see the results. Basically I have to pass my instance name. Close this up. So first of all, let's see the secret. If I go to my first secret and open this up to see the secret value, it is called go digit secret 1. Okay, close this up and try to read the second secret. So this is my second secret. Okay, so I've showed you up because to verify that whether this code which we have written will get or will fetch us the same secret which is actually stored in the key vault. Okay, so come on. Okay, meanwhile it is opening up. Yeah, I was showing you up this thing. So here few things which we have to consider is from the security perspective, because it's a secret, right? It's a secret thing. It's an important thing which you do not want to show up to anybody. So generally the code which we have written uh, must have to be set as a non-debuggable, right? You have to create a procedure and that procedure must be set as a non-debuggable attribute. Like if I show you up here, means that we can add procedures. This whole code I can make it inside a procedure, and then that procedure I can set it up as non-debuggable, which means that basically the anybody who will try to debug the extension, whether uh, whosoever wants to debug, then debugger will not come here and they will not be able to see your secrets, right? The code which you will write here will not be able to debug by anyone, right? Then the second thing is about this enable publisher validation. As I told you up that if we set this up as true, we have to make sure that when we publish our extension, we have to use this command publish-nav, which is the usual command, the server instance, the path of your file. Then we have to add this parameter called publisher Azure Active Directory tenant ID, right? So here we have to add this parameter and add our tenant ID, right? So because you you have to, when you create basically an extension, when you own the Azure portal account, then Azure Active Directory is also set up there. From there you have to pick up your tenant ID and pass it up here, right? If I can show you up Microsoft Entra ID. Basically, Azure Active Directory is turned into the Entra ID. So this is my tenant ID. So we have to make sure that when I am registering, when I am publishing my app, my tenant ID from the Azure Active Directory is linked. So this is something through which system can manage to identify that whichever app is trying to read the secret, whether they have really the access, whether it is a genuine app from the same publisher, right? because now you will see that if I pass this tenant ID, this is also from my Azure account, and my key vault is also registered in the same account. My app is also registered with the same account, so they all are linked with this particular tenant ID, and hence the validation will get passed that yes, the extension which is trying to read the secret belongs to the same tenant ID against which the app is published, right? So this is you have to make sure, otherwise it will always get failed. Okay, now the my extension is published, so let's search the name. Let's search this page. Come on, just taking again some bit of time. I've seen this generally, that whenever I work with the on-prem, it is, maybe it is because of some network issue, I believe. So meanwhile it is opening up, basically that's the one thing. And as I told you up, turning off the publisher validation is the same thing, that you can turn off this validation via this configuration nav server configuration command. Okay, not sure why it is taking time. One thing more is that you can set up the telemetry also against this app, basically, so that uh, as I told you, that there are only two functions. One is uh, initializing the app, and one is a get secret. So in case you get the error in any of these two stages, then if you have set up the app with respect to telemetry, then it will get the required information of that error at any particular stage get stored in the telemetry, so that you can see the results out there. If you don't know how to set up the telemetry with respect to your app, I have already made up a video on this, so you can watch that one in my uh, channel. Okay, come on. Let me restart. Generally don't take much time. I don't know why it is taking today so much time. Let me try to open in other browser. Localhost 0 BC240. Let me close all this. Okay, yeah. Now if you search this page, so I have two functions. Let me click on first button, first secret, and now I get my first secret value, which is the go digit secret 1, right? That means initialization is successful, and then the second procedure, which is the get secret, also managed to get the secret without any issue. And then let's check the second function, second secret, and this is my second secret. So I'm getting the different value because the different secret was stored in my second secret. So this is how through the AL language you can read the secrets stored in the key vault of Azure portal. But obviously this all needs to be done very carefully and without making your code public. It has to be local, it has to be non-debuggable, so that only and only uh, you know it has to be secure. So that's it, which I wanted to share in the today's video. I hope now you get an idea about, you get the basic idea about how to set up the Azure Key Vault and how to read the secrets stored in the Key Vault via the AL language. In case you like the video, I request you to please hit the like button and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching this video.